So, I'm very happy to see all the senior professor over here, and without your help, we cannot organize this type of the seminar. So, actually, now I'd like to call our VC sir, Professor Souvik Bhattacharya, to say something about the seminar. Senior professor over
Thank you, Shomadip. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the four campuses of BITS Pilani, Pilani, Goa, Hyderabad, and Dubai, I'm delighted to extend a very warm, hearty welcome to everyone present in this August audience to this seminar on current trends in cyber physical systems, CTiCPS 2020. Allow me to share a few thoughts completely from an outsider's perspective. I am going to make a brave attempt on making some comments about CPS and related matters. So, I understand that I'm talking to experts in this area. So, it's a different flavor. Cyber physical systems, I don't need to tell you the integration of computation, networking, and physical processes, of course. Um, I believe they are becoming smarter as we speak. They're becoming more automated, more connected, more upgradable, and of course, more collaborative. Now these trends, as they are becoming more of such, these are attributes, all of these, they reflect a vision of a technology that deeply connects our physical world with our information world. Of course, these two worlds are coming together. Uh, Now, we also see this trend that the future CPS is going to clearly push and challenge the boundaries of existing engineering, the methodologies we adopt today or we deploy today, and also the socio-technical frameworks. Both these will be pushed and challenged. The, these exceptional capabilities inevitably will also lead to unprecedented complexity. That's an inevitable outcome, which is not something we wish to see. Our work, our challenges become more difficult, right? It's this increased complexity and interconnectedness will also lead to something additional. It will make these systems more prone to attacks from, we'll be more vulnerable from external adversaries as well as disruption from internal system failures. So those are the chain reactions which we should be vigilant against. This phenomena, this calls for newer, robust technologies that will protect us from these extreme challenges. So that's very clear. And you all are I'm sure, are working on such things. Now, I take a little departure from these and talk about development of digital twins, particularly in case of large, complex industrial systems. Now, digital twins appear to be one of the more attractive and efficient ways to address some of these issues. We need convergence of system modeling and simulations, folks, along with the CPS team. So that's going to be a grand scale of interdisciplinarity. We have this big simulation, big mathematical modeling, as well as the computer science folks are coming together. It's going to be a mega challenge. The physical layer in the CPS, maybe even try to make it a little more complex, a bio CPS, if you will, that needs to be replaced by a digital proxy, right? For the fully replicated digital twin to mimic the reality very well, the very complex reality very well. It's going to be a challenge we all can start looking into. So BITS Pilani is walking into this bio CPS workspace more proactively. I'm sure you will hear about a big grant that we have walked into. So the bio CPS is more complex because modeling the bio part it's still not very mature, workspace yet. Now this twin, this if you will, digital twin is expected to save large amount of routine as well as advanced lab work. I'm now referring to bio CPS, and it may reduce large investments in high-end equipment, which is always a hindrance to our growth, and those without having large access to big government funds, etc., like an institute like BITS Pilani. And the research process will become more agile. it will definitely be quicker in terms of outcomes to a good extent. So that's a good route. A lot of people are looking at this. If we have a digital twin, we'll be able to do certain experiments without having to use BSL facilities. That's a mandatory requirement, or regulatory safety or ethics approvals. You are just doing it in the digital space. You don't need ethics approvals. As you are doing all these in the digital arena, so all these little difficulties and time-consuming processes will tend to go away. Advanced soft computing and AI, those tools will come to the fore now to develop these complex twin models. So I hope it goes in these sort of directions also. Nobody is saying that the laboratories will be unnecessary. No, absolutely not. You can't replace that. In general, with or without the DigiTwins, CPS technologies are, everybody is talking about it. They are projected to play a very key role in helping to increase efficiency throughout the agriculture value chain and improving our environmental footprint and creating opportunities for high-skilled middle-class workforce. All those impacts are going to be visible, are already becoming visible. Applications are going to be quite disruptive, as you all know, you are the experts. In many ways, CPS technologies can provide intelligent and adaptive demand-driven control and monitoring to water distribution networks. That's one area where a lot of people are working. Pilani has a footprint in that area. How we control and operate large, complex buildings, commercial buildings, is being transformed completely, improving functionality, energy efficiency, security features, all that. CPS is going to play a role, not bio-CPS there. CPS technologies, they are disrupting the creation and management of smart grid infrastructure for those adaptive, resilient, efficient, and cost-effective electricity distribution systems. That's already there. I think many of you will be working in those. So advanced manufacturing, transportation, smart transportation, those are the other areas where CPS is slated to play a very impactful role, just to mention a few. So, I thought I'll share some of my thoughts, and it's great. It's great to see BITS Pilani and Telecom Paris coming together to organize this discussion forum over 2 days. I hope the connect and the collaboration with Telecom Paris continues in a very proactive way. I was talking to Dominique at the beginning, and I hope we go take it forward in various other areas, not necessarily in CPS. I understand the response has been quite good from overseas and India. The plan is commendable, to highlight the contemporary issues related to smart systems in our daily lives. And let me mention with humility a couple of recent landmark achievements of BITS Pilani, our institute. On October 1 this year, BITS Pilani became the first private institute in India to sign the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, with the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to formally become an institution of eminence. So that's formalized now, and we received the first invitation amongst the private institutes from the ministry to sign the MOU. And the second milestone, you'll hear more about it. I'm sure there's a talk arranged on that sort of thing. BITS Pilani has been selected as a technology innovation hub on bio-CPS from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, with a 5-year support amounting to rupees 125 crore. Somebody will convert this to dollar and million and billion units, etc., to address several issues related to current human diseases, including COVID-19. This seminar series, I hope, is going to pave the way to such efforts. Our colleagues from material science, chemistry, electronics, computer science, biological science, pharmacy, you name it, they are all coming together in this workspace, in this very large project across the campuses. I thank the organizing team for giving me this opportunity to share my humble thoughts. I thank all the keynote speakers from other countries and from India. Thank you so much for, you're going to enrich us, our thoughts, and all our students and faculty colleagues. As I said before, let's explore the collaboration space. If you are inclined to work with BITS Pilani, we are ready. We will extend support. I wish the seminar a grand success, and my best wishes for healthy days ahead for you and your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Such a wonderful talk, sir. Um, so, our next speaker is Professor Barai. He's a director of BITS Pilani from the Pilani campus. Sir, please take.
Good afternoon to all of you. It's indeed great pleasure to be present during this current trends in cyber physical systems 2020. This is the online seminar which is organized in collaboration with BITS Pilani and Telecom Paris. Again, I'm very new into the segment of the cyber physical systems, but they like I said that the various tracks which I was looking at it, I'm sure this event is going to give us an opportunity to understand what is in the niche area and what the state of the art research is going on in the area of cyber physical systems, and how we can really collaborate with the various speakers, and we take it forward. As Professor Bhattacharya rightly mentioned, that the BITS Pilani has been showing a tremendous potential, even though our campuses are spread over to the different 4 locations, but we have been working very closely. The distance is not anywhere, any point of time in the minds of BITSians, any point of time. In the similar way, during the pandemic, it has been proved that in reality we are far, but virtually we are very connected and very close to each other. And this is one of the reasons, like, we are now connected different parts of the world through this online conference, particularly in the seminar, particularly in this CPS area. I'll just close with the one statement only, that the CPS has been always associated with called cyber physical systems, but I will give the different acronym name, particularly for this seminar. It's like a collaborative, powerful system. And basically, this is what it is going to be, because we are going to build a very strong collaborations and a strong relationship in the areas of CPS. And let us make the CPS plus in a sense that apart from the cyber physical system, but it will be a very powerful system. That is what we are looking at it. So I wish all the best, and thank you for inviting me for this inaugural function. And I'm sure that this will go very far, because this is just the beginning, and I'm sure it will go very far. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best for the event.
Thank you, Professor Barai, and we keep in the mind the word of you defined the CPS, that is the collaborative powerful systems. I liked it very much. Anyway, so next speaker is our director of the BITS Goa campus, Professor Raghurama.
All the participants of this international seminar, the speakers who have agreed to be part of this event, and our friends from Paris, welcome. On behalf of my colleagues in Goa, I extend a warm welcome. Because of the present situation, we have to conduct this through virtual event. I am sure very soon we will have an occasion where our friends from France will be able to come here and interact with the colleagues a little more closely. This seminar has been organized by Professor Samit, Dr. Soumyadip, and also we have Rakshit Mittal sitting there. I know a lot of work has been put in by them. And of course, very closely working with Dr. Dominique and his team in Telecom Paris. Just a few words about the Goa campus. We started this campus in 2004. In fact, the first campus outside Pilani was an international campus in Dubai. Then after that, we started growing within India, and Goa was chosen as the second campus in India. Later in 2008, we started the Hyderabad campus. As already Professor Souvik and Professor Barai mentioned, CPS, or cyber physical system, is a vast area. But why it interests us in BITS Pilani is for different reasons. One of the important reasons is that we are a very strong science and technology institute. We offer very strong programs in engineering at the undergraduate and master's level. We also have very strong teaching and research program in science. It may be of interest to some of the participants to know that about 25% of our students do 2 degrees simultaneously, a science degree with an engineering degree. This is called the dual degree scheme of, which is unique to BITS Pilani, and a person who has a strong background in science and engineering is possibly a right candidate to work in this area. You will be listening to some of our colleagues in biology and computer science and other areas. And I wish this program all the success. And as I said, I look forward to having a physical meeting soon. So this campus, though it is only about 16 years now, very soon caught up with the main campus in Pilani campus, and our faculty colleagues are doing quite well in research programs. This is possibly not the right time for me to enumerate all the activities that are going on, but some occasion, I'm sure we will know each other more. Thank you once again for this opportunity. I welcome you all for this event. Have a great seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker for this inaugural session is Director from BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus, Professor G. Sundar.
Thank you, Dr. Bandyopadhyay. Clearly, you have not received my mail. I had actually requested to be excused from speaking, partly because I was not sure I have an appointment at 2:30. But thank you anyway for the opportunity, Professor Samit Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, all the experts who will be delivering the lectures during this seminar. I'm very happy to be here as part of this inauguration. I think my colleagues have already outlined both the importance of the subject, on which I am no expert, as well as on the relevance that this seminar has today in the context of BITS Pilani, its multiple campuses, its position as an institution of eminence, and also in the context of the larger project on cyber-physical systems that BITS Pilani is responsible for. I think Professor Raghurama has already mentioned the Hyderabad campus as having started in 2008. We are roughly a 4,500, 5,000 student and 230, 40 faculty strong campuses with the representation of all the disciplines. And I'm also happy to say that very soon we will be perhaps the largest campus in not too long from now. I'm very happy to join this virtual inauguration session, and I wish the seminar all success. And I also hope that we will be able to build upon whatever relationships are established in the course of this seminar and integrate them into the larger mission of BITS Pilani, in particular in developing our expertise and research in this very fascinating and important area. So thank you once again to the organizers and all my very best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Professor Sunil Bhatt, who will also give a keynote lectures on the BIOS-CPS from 4:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock. Now, I just request him to speak something on the BIOS-CPS part. So, what's the current trend of the BIOS-CPS in the BITS Goa? And he's the Dean of SRCD in university level. Sir.
Thank you, Soumyadip. Good afternoon, Vice Chancellor, sir, the directors, and my colleagues from France, Professor Samit from Goa, and others. I think while you have been well briefed about the background of BITS and its role, well outlined by the Vice Chancellor, I would like to highlight very one or two important features, mainly of research at BITS and how the engineering and sciences department work very closely and well linked together. As Professor Raghurama mentioned, that the dual degree scheme, where even the undergraduate student, we call it first degree students, are also connected via research, and they do research simultaneously in engineering and sciences. In my own department, where I represent chemistry, there are students who are chemistry with computer science. At times, they have done material science project and they have done modeling from computer science. I have supervised. There are several students who do bio and CS and so on. And with that background, we have very strong, today 1,200 PhD student workforce, an active research workforce with about 1,500 publications touched annually. I think the research is having now a very strong footing to undertake now the high-end research and also the very relevant societal research. Amidst this bio-CPS, which is about 15 million euros funding for 5 years, as mentioned by Vice Chancellor, we are focusing around 3 or 4 important areas to touch upon. Amidst that is to connect the cyber physical systems to bio and pharma knowledge generation. And amidst that, some of the broad areas, as has been also partly shared by earlier speakers, that we want to connect pharmacy, the healthcare part, the environmental part, the water part, the agri part, because India has several opportunities, where we can actually deliver. I will just take one such example. For instance, the supply chain management in food, or the sustainable development goal like safe drinking water. Also, like connecting, having a community-based healthcare monitoring. I think these are some of the important agenda items where we exploit our existing collaborations within and outside India, and also with now Telecom France. If there are some opportunities which we can discuss during the next 2 or 3 days, and come out that what is that we can do, probably focusing on global problems like antimicrobial resistance on one side, or cancer diagnostics, or safe drinking water, community water monitoring, which can give societal impact. We also have opportunity for PhD student exchange. We also have opportunity for innovation and incubation there, creating startups in this domain. I believe there will be a lot of cross-learning over the next 2 or 3 days. And this kind of bio-CPS platform, which is relatively new for both the science side as well as the CS and AAA part, will have a good fabrication facility for low-cost devices, where we could probably think of also the printed electronics as well as the printed bioprinting, which could probably be some of the interesting areas for some of the scientists who are working in this perspective. And also we'll have a lot of student projects around that. So I think there's a sufficient opportunity for us to think around, and that's my small introduction from this side. And thank you for the opportunity to be among you. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker of this inaugural session, Professor Souri Banerjee, who was the Dean of Faculty Affairs in university level.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon to all. I will keep my video off because of the bandwidth issue. So at the outset, let me first congratulate the organizers of BITS Pilani Goa campus and Telecom Paris to have a seminar on the cyber physical system over an online platform. I was asked by Soumyadip to speak a few words on the teaching methodology, which promotes student research. That's a very important topic. As you know, the BITS Pilani has always been very innovative in making education more lively and adaptable to constant changes. One of them is definitely the dual degree program. The success of the dual degree program speaks about that. One important aspect is that we are blessed with very bright minds of the country. If we add to this the flexibility that our curriculum provides and the ease with which we can introduce niche electives in emerging areas, it allows students to remain up to date with all new developments in different branches of academics. It need not be science, it could be science, technology, as well as humanities and social sciences. We all know that this pandemic has taken several lives and there is almost no end to it. But however, it is true that there is a silver lining that it has forced us to be in connection on online platform. This has added a new dimension to our learning activities and has made us realize, which Professor Barai has mentioned and Professor Bhattacharya has also mentioned, that it has made us realize that it's a very small world. We can really connect within moments. The flexibility in our education policy, which BITS Pilani has, which I mentioned some time back, allows an instructor to design the course to have an evaluative component that promotes students to read cutting-edge research articles. Many courses, even at undergraduate level, do have a seminar that links a research topic. So people have to prepare like a seminar, read out the review articles, several research papers, and come out with nice novel ideas. This has really led to many substantial research proposals where an undergraduate student has really made a serious lead. Students also strengthen their CVs as a graduate, as they have few publications against their name. That is very, very important. Over and above this good CGs, it really gives an edge when they want to do a PhD or a master's abroad. And it is true that many of our undergraduate students, particularly in dual degree or even a single degree, they have gone all the way to do a wonderful PhD at top quality institutions around the world. So I'm sure this motivates the students to develop a research mindset. And I'm also equally confident that this kind of platform, which the team has come up with as in an online forum, will definitely charge or encourage many of the students, undergraduate students, to come up with research mindset and research activities, particularly in the formative years. I wish a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker, who is also the co-chair of this seminar, Dr. Dominique Blouin. So we met during my postdoc time. So, and when I joined, he already left from this campus, and fortunately we making the MPM for CPS, the cost action project, and from that day we started our journey together, and we have already completed one workshops on 2019, the SC for CPS, which is one of the track of this workshop of this webinar. So Dominique, please.
Yeah, thank you, Soumyadip. So I'm quite happy that we have organized this this seminar and see all your people here. So maybe I can just talk a little bit about my school, Telecom Paris. So for those who don't know, in France, there is two kinds of systems. There is the Grande École systems and university systems. And Telecom Paris is a part of these Grande École, which means that students have to succeed in some prerequisite to be able to register to our school. So we have the top students also like BITS working with us. And we are also currently forming, we have formed a new university by grouping some of these Grande Écoles like École Polytechnique, Telecom Paris, ENSTA, and SAE, to form a new university called the Polytechnique Institute of Paris, which is just starting right now. And so the Telecom Paris used to be a school to train telecommunication engineers, so it's quite old. And it has now shifted really towards digital engineering. So we're mostly specialized in that field, and it's quite wide range, like communication, information theory, software engineering, and all that. And we are part of, more specifically on the group called the ACES, Autonomous and Critical Embedded Systems. And so that's our specialty there. And we are very much interested in cyber physical systems, and in particular in modeling cyber physical system, and also in multi-paradigm modeling, which is why we have also that track. So yeah, and we have already a very good collaboration. I'm quite happy to work with Soumyadip. As he said, we met through each of us, our former institute, but we have nice collaboration with Rakshit. We had also Anish Bope, who did his bachelor thesis. Was very good. Those students were very good working with us, and we're quite happy with this collaboration. And it will be good that soon we will sign this memorandum of understanding, which we are on our side ready to sign it. It had been reviewed by people, and yeah, so that's very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. I just give this take this chance to Professor Chattopadhyay because we are almost done in the inauguration ceremony. So
I really thank our VC, all the directors, Dr. Dominique, Dr. Banerjee, and others. It's really a good opportunity for me to learn, which I'm not really the person of this exactly. But at one point, Soumyadip came and told me that, can we do something like this? So I was kind of inspired. And before that, Professor Bhand actually came with the idea that, can we have this bio-CPS presentation? So while doing that, I really felt that I can be infant, but at some point I have to be adult. So I am, throughout my life, I just worked on the different parts of the biology. But looking at this, I felt that, biology means healthcare. Healthcare means, to some extent, bioengineering. If there is a bioengineering, there has to be digitization and computer help and others. So again, so at this point of life, I find that these are all connected. So if we think in a proper way, we all have to be connected in order to give something, deliver something to the nation and to the world. So alone, I cannot find anything. Like, for example, if I want to look at the gut flora, I cannot just keep on doing on that unless I really understand the bioinformatics and then go to the real CPS, connect that with the CPS and really find something diagnostic. So there is a huge scope for us. And BITS being one of the wonderful platform, I find is very, very important for us to cross-talk. I really thank Dr. Dominique to come up and tell us, inspire us to have many other speakers that we are going to hear for next 2 days. I'm sure more than 100 participants are there who have registered within this short time. And I wish that with all the directors and VC and all others experts in the domain, we want to make it in a much bigger format at BITS, Pilani, and many other places, including the Telecom Paris. So I really wish for the best, and I really thank you for giving us some time and really initiate and inspire people like Soumyadip and Rakshit and others. I thank you again, and let us start formally our meeting, and I give it back to Soumyadip.
thank you, sir. Let closing this inaugural ceremony now. We just going to our next session, that is a session 1, which will consist of one keynote talk, which will be delivered by the Professor Hans, and then there is a one dialogue sessions. So in the dialogue sessions, Professor Dipankar Sharkar will join, and the Hans will join, and I'll be the moderator of the session. So here, the topic is the patronage is a right modeling paradigm or not, because these two people are very fascinated about the patronage, and me too. And the Dominique will give the next talk, and after that, there's a keynote by Professor Sunil. So this is basically the session 1. So we'll just go for the session 1.
So before going to the next one, I want to give a very special thank to our beloved student Rakshit. He has a tremendously innovative mind, and you just tell in the middle of night at 12 o'clock, and he sits with some food and start the work. And next day morning, you find that it is done. So this kind of students' help is always good, and it really inspires all of us. thanks, Rakshit, and I wish that you all the time you be there and have the whole thing conducted. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
definitely. So I think we can end this session now. Everyone, all the viewers, please join us for the next session, which is the day one, session one. The first talk will be by Hans, Professor Hans. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.